and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Mega Podcast. I am your host, the Ayatollah of Sausage Roller, Gaz, and joining me today in the studio is the Apex pensioner, Jack.
Hey, you thought of
Yes.
one. Well done. You've been thinking about this all day.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, so we've literally, we do apologise, this video is coming out a little bit late, but we have literally just finished watching Payback. And
Do you mean rematch?
yeah, that's what it should have been called. I mean, I'm not actually calling it, I haven't called it Paperback yet.
No, well done.
Yeah, but we've
Well done.
we've just finished watching Rematch, aka Payback, and it was an average pay-per-view at best. Definitely an average pay-per-view at best. Like you said before, we'll take the Met call on it, Rematch. I mean, you've only got to look at some of the matches on the bill, and it's just
rematch after rematch after rematch.
I mean, you know, the Sheamus Ziggler again, New Day and the Masters of the WWE Universe again.
John Cena and Rusev.
Again.
And then Seth Rollins against everyone.
Yeah.
Neville and King Barrett.
Yeah, Squatting Neville versus King Barrett.
Squatting Neville.
You horrible prick. You know, it's just, I mean, looking at that list of matches, I can see one match which was just a bit pointless, but I'll get to that when we talk about the review.
Yeah.
You might as well take this segment, because I didn't actually watch the pre-show. I've got better things to do with my life. So.
Well, I wanted to be... I feel that you should watch the entire thing, because obviously then you can do a full review of it.
I wanted to, I just couldn't get... I had to scrub my bathroom as well.
I had time, so I watched it. So we had an extra match added into the pre-show. We had R-Truth and Stardust. Do I really need to say anything? Yeah, it was just an average at best match. The best way to describe the pre-show for this event was there was a whole load of talking and then about 10 minutes of wrestling.
But it's if it was anything like the pre-show for WrestleMania, it's basically 2 hours of
Blab.
Yeah,
And basically saying to you,
what's her name?
Renee Young.
Yeah, it's basically 2 hours of Renee Young telling Booker T and Corey Graves how big Dean Ambrose's knob is.
The lunatic knob.
Yeah, you know, the lunatic's cheese.
Exactly. But yeah, R-Truth defeated Stardust in the first match, which I think was about 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, it's basically just a squash.
Yeah, it was. No. The squash came next with the Ascension defeating the Mega Powers.
Curtis Axel and Macho Mando.
It lasted 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
What?
It was an okay match. The whole Mega Powers thing, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. To be honest, I did get a little chuckle out of it. So yeah. But it upsets me because they've done it again. They've built them up and they've just squashed them. They've just squashed them again. It's like they're saying, "F you." Bloody Curtis Axel and Damien Sandow, we don't want you around, but for some reason the fans seem to like you, so we're just going to keep kicking you down until we can chuck you on Superstars until your contract runs out.
Yeah, but even if they keep them as the Mega Powers and keep, you know, I mean, if they can repeat the genius which was I think it was from SmackDown, the shaking of the hands.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that
they were there for years.
Renee Young come out to interview him and they were like, give us a second, Mean Gene, we're not finished yet.
And once again, we proved once again that the WWE must be listening to the Mega Podcast, because it's the only podcast you should be listening to. Mm-hmm. I joke. But
I don't.
But it proved once again that they could be listening, because what do they do on SmackDown? Put them on a green screen. Yeah. With a really shitty green screen. And what did we say in the last podcast? Put them on a green screen.
Gotta cut some promos.
Yeah, and they cut promos. It was great. But yeah, the pre-show was, it was okay. I don't think I really watched most of the blab. I just fast forwarded through it until like, oh look, there's a match. Oh, that match is over. Let's go to the next one. Oh, that's over even faster.
Yeah.
So
and that was the pre-show.
Yeah, and that was your pre-show.
It's basically 10 minutes of wrestling, an hour of talking about Dean Ambrose's private part, and an hour advertising Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Milk. No, that's why I'm drinking milk. You know she's going to come back. No, it won't. That's what the beer baron said anyway. Yeah.
So let's get to the main show then.
We kicked off the main show with, surprise, surprise, a rematch from the last pay-per-view from Extreme Rules. Yeah, we had the show off, the show stealing, wheeling, dealing, fucking...
Kissing, stealing.
Yeah. Dolph Zigger Please Ziggler.
Zigger Please.
Yeah. That was the R-Truth and Dolph Ziggler short-lived tag team. Zigger Please.
So I thought it would be like Dolph Zigger Tan Line or something like that.
Zigger Tan Line.
Yeah. Look, Ziggler, no tan lines.
Yep. So it was Dolph Ziggler versus Ireland's favourite son, Sheamus. Back to sporting his Red Rooster hairdo. Well, I still say that his sort of heelish, under the flat cap hair of the other week was the best. But anyway,
looking like a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah, I digress. This I thought was a I think kind of started the event as it basically went on. It was an average match at best. Botches galore.
Yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme of the night. Matthew of Botchamania is going to have a whale of a time with this one because he's going to find... Well, he's probably already working on it. He's probably a good chunk through it already.
Yeah. But it's...
Told you to make an appearance.
We have a challenger approaches.
Yes.
But yeah, there was just botch after botch after botch.
I do apologise for that burp, ladies and gentlemen. I do have manners.
Yeah, it just seemed like average match, couple of botches, and then a rushed finish. And that seemed to be the way.
Finish.
Yeah, the fact that Ziggler head-butted Sheamus
and busted
his head burst like a watermelon.
He did a John Cena.
Yeah, he literally bled everywhere, and it's quite a sad sight to see. I mean, you look at the Attitude Era, the blade jobs Austin did,
especially the one with Bret Hart,
and it was just blood and spit and ass. But this one, it's like Ziggler bled, and literally the minute the first drop of blood hit the mat, the ref busted out the rubber gloves.
Aye.
You know, he's either going to protect himself or search him. Cavity search. Make sure they reach the back of his teeth.
I got to check inside your asshole.
Oh, my God. But yeah, it was a good opening match, but...
See this? I'm happy now.
Yeah, I love Dolph Ziggler. I think the man is amazing.
We love him on this podcast.
Yeah, he's awesome, and I like his little punch thing he does when he comes out, and he's happy. And he's like, I see you, and he's pointing at people in the crowd, and he's dead happy and everything.
He's a happy chappy.
He's a happy camper.
He is. I thought the match. I agree. I thought the match was okay. I was a little bit disappointed with the fact that we got that rush finish, but I think it was meant to probably go on a little bit longer.
Yeah, but
because of what happened, they were like,
everywhere,
yeah, shit, he's bleeding. We better get him out of here.
Gotta think about the AIDS.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And the fact that as soon as the match finished, they were like, right, quick, cut to an advert so we can change the mat.
Yeah.
Because there was no blood to be seen.
Get Kinswaler in there to scrub the mat.
No. No, I'm not clean, no.
Yeah.
No, I need one lemon pledge. But, Sheamus defeated Dolph Ziggler. But Dolph Ziggler did get his revenge on old Sheamus.
Yeah, he rubbed his bum in his face, which was a bit nasty.
Yeah. I do not want to kiss him on the bottom. Because I do not like the bottom.
No. But yeah.
It was an okay, like I said, I think that's going to be a reoccurring theme for this. We're going to try and obviously keep it as light-hearted as possible. But it was just such an average pay-per-view at best.
I think most of the matches are going to be, when the question comes, was it a good match? It's going to be answered like Mojo, the helper monkey on The Simpsons.
You pray for Mojo?
No.
Mojo, will you wipe my mouth?
I like that, yeah.
Look, he doesn't impress. No, that's bloody Plopper I'm thinking of now.
Yeah.
Go on, Mojo. Show Mojo your happy dad. And so on.
Mojo.
Pray for Mojo.
And he got it for Grandpa. I can't wait to
eat that monkey. Oh dear. Right, what's the next match?
It's the Funky Grandpa.
It is.
Oh, I want to.
Oh, yeah. So what was the next match?
The next match was the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yes.
Which was the New Day, your boy.
Yes.
Oh,
New
the-
Day. New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
The sweatiest man in the history
He
of
proper
men.
sweated in this.
He is a creature that what sweats.
Oh yes.
You got Biggie Langston and Kofi Kingston, and we've started questioning now. What is the deal with Xavier Woods? I mean,
You forgot his name then, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I was
I
gonna
can
call
see
him.
the panic in your eyes.
I was gonna call him.
Like shit.
I was gonna call him Xander something.
Xander P. Whifflebottom.
Yeah, I like that name. We'll go with that one. But yeah, I mean, he's a good mouthpiece and everything. I'm guessing that's why he's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the crush of the group. Isn't he?
Crush, brah.
Yeah, he is going around making little kids cry, brah. You know, but
Someone give him a super bra card.
yeah, but it was those guys defending their tag team titles against the masters of the WWE Universe, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
They look like a tag team.
Yeah,
in this.
I've got to bring this up now because it's bugged me for a little while. What is the sketch with the tag team? You can't call them belts, can you? They're called
You can.
titles.
Why can't you call them belts?
Apparently they're not. It's a title.
They're belts.
I know
They
that.
wear them around
Yeah, but they don't,
their waists.
yeah, but they don't hold their britches up. Do
They
they?
might.
That must be pretty.
If you're shooting their britches.
Yeah.
I'll save your britches. No, that's Stevie Nicks. Steamy Nicks. No, Steamy Ray Vaughan. He shits his britches.
How the fuck did we get from the masters of the WWE Universe to crapping your pants on South Park?
Because you were talking about britches. I'll save your britches. Oh, those poor britches. How are they containing it? I'll save your britches.
Oh no!
Heads come off. You can tell it's late. We're talking about
Jesus.
shitting our britches.
Yeah, it's like 11 on a Wednesday night.
On a school night.
I actually get married in a couple of days, so and
I'm shitting my britches.
yeah, I'm dying of
Britches.
yeah, bridge fever.
Who wears shorts?
There's a hashtag. It's hashtag of the week. Hashtag bridge fever.
Bridge fever.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich Fever. Yeah, so they were defending them against the masters of the WWE Universe, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And again, I'll say it again, they looked like a tag team.
And we were also saying while we were watching the pay-per-view, it's so refreshing to see tag team moves coming back. I mean,
even the New Day were cracking them out.
yeah, but they were shite.
They were shite, but they were coming
Oh
out.
yeah, but Kidd and Cesaro were some of the moves they were chucking out, the tag team moves. I mean, all right.
Oh,
you know,
dearie me.
Here's a-
He shits his britches. I'll save your britches.
Oh shit!
So,
yeah,
yeah.
Kidd and Cesaro won the first fall with a pretty awesome tag team move.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was the elbow effort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then the New Day pulled in the second fall. I like the way that they're going. I mean, when they first put the team together, I thought, where's this going? But they're really happy and positive. You know, they've been...
They were getting some brilliant heat before the match started.
Yeah, they are milk-drinking role models.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were slagging off the local football team. Was it the local football team? Or
Something like that,
some
yeah.
obscure American sport that nobody gives a toss about outside America. But, and then, you know, they're chucking in like little cheating moves.
Yeah.
The ref wasn't looking till they get in there. The close of the match, I thought, was total genius.
Yeah, it was.
The fact that it was looking like the tag team titles were going to change hands.
Yeah.
Until Xavier Woods, disrobed, ran in and hit Cesaro with a small package.
Yeah.
And obviously, and I don't want to make this sound like I'm being...
But they were saying this
Yeah.
on... No, but the way they put it, and I'm going to save your ass now, the way they put it was the fact that the ref could only see Cesaro's shoulders on the mat.
Yeah.
That's all the ref could see from his angle. I knew what you were going to say, but I'll save your ass on that one. But yeah, that's all the ref could see. And all you could see was someone in the New Day pinning
someone
Cesaro.
dressed very similar and had similar hair to Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
But it was just a genius move.
It was a brilliant heel move.
It was a play straight out of the sort of 1980s heel playbook.
Yes.
And it was absolutely brilliant.
Match of the night.
You reckon?
I'm going to put my hands down now and say this was the match of the night for me. Once again, they just hit the mark every time.
Yeah.
The match was exciting. It was just fun to watch. And there was some fantastic... I mean... move of that match, of the night, I'm going to say now, Big E's spear.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
Through the ropes.
Never mind your Roman Reigns and his shitty spears and his ows. Big E. Yeah, Big E's where it's at. Big E's spear.
Either that one, or when Cesaro was Irish whipping Kingston at the corners and hitting him with the uppercuts.
Yeah.
And then he whipped him in, and as he come out, Cesaro just clattered him. And I thought, yeah, he's hurting me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a
Again, another botch.
Yeah, fantastic match. But shame that the result didn't go to the greatest tag team of the modern era. But, hey-ho, what can you do?
Aye.
The next match we've got is a bit of a... It's a waste of time, really. I'm going to come out and say it was a total waste of time and effort. It was... the Eater of Worlds, the new face of Fear, Bray Wyatt, who tattoos at Dexterity Inc. when he's not in the ring.
Hello, Dan Buckler.
All right, Dan. And he was fighting the hungry, bald man, the big guy, Ryback.
It kind of this match kind of cemented it to me. The most interesting thing was, Ryback's got jaws on the back of his outfit.
Yeah, on the back of his Rob Van Dam leotard.
Yeah. But as you quite rightfully said in the last podcast, these guys have earned nothing from this match.
Well, this wasn't even announced at the time of when we recorded the last podcast, was it?
No.
It wasn't even announced.
We kind of mentioned it because we thought, yeah, it's going to happen. But it was... These guys gained nothing from doing this match. The way I said
it doesn't benefit either party, does it?
The way I said it to everyone in the room when we were watching it was, Bray Wyatt hasn't done anything since Mania, and Ryback hasn't really been in a pay-per-view recently. Shit, we better do something with them. I know. Let's put them together and see what happens.
I mean,
not a lot.
Bray Wyatt's basically been nursing a sprained ankle, and Ryback's been shell-shocking like hot dogs and stuff on Raw.
Yeah,
go figure. But this was a run-of-the-mill. It was an interesting spot where Ryback was put to the outside, and Bray Wyatt did that. I think they call it, is it a senton? When he sort of runs and as he leaves the ground, he kicks his legs out and lands. So his back's connecting with whoever's on the floor's front. And I'm pretty certain, don't quote me on this, that Ryback actually suffered a legitimate injury. It looked nasty. I mean, I'm just having a quick nose on Ryback didn't have a broken leg, not last night.
No, but you're thinking he had a broken rib, didn't you?
Well, yeah, you could see that didn't look...
He was like gasping for breath.
Yeah.
There's a possibility. Let's check out WrestlingInc.com.
But then you don't know if it was just a work.
Yeah.
No, he's...
Injury
may have suffered a broken rib.
Right, okay.
That's all they're saying is he may have suffered a broken rib. But yeah, either way, if anything, that's... I like that. I mean, I like Ryback, he's my boy and everything. But
it's your boy!
The amount of shit he did to CM Punk when Punk was breaking his ribs and hurting him and being a general knob, basically. So it's nice that he can be on the receiving end of some sort of thingy. Granted, it had to come at the hands of big sweaty Bray.
Aye.
Imagine him landed on you with his face.
Yeah, it was, It
wasn't even average, it was just shit.
I hate to be negative on this podcast because you hear so many sort of wrestling podcasts and they're just nothing but negativity. And
it's basically you listen to a lot of podcasts. I think it's probably the reason we try and keep things so daft and light-hearted and upbeat on this one.
That's why we talk about britches.
Yeah, because you listen to so many podcasts on iTunes and stuff, and it's basically like listening to it was basically
a Mark's message board.
It's basically Keyboard Warriors the musical.
Yeah.
So we try and keep it light and upbeat and laughy and jokey. But yeah, this was just cack.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed on what they're doing with Bray Wyatt because the guy, it's as if they're like, we don't know what to do with him. Yeah. We'll just phone it in.
I mean, I kind of mentioned it as well, the fact that when I know people would say, well, why are you comparing him to The Undertaker? It's because they're trying to put him in that Undertaker spot. When The Undertaker was kind of knocking around in the early days, I mean, like I said, they put him up against Kamala, they put him up against all sorts of gimmicky people. So they might be doing the same thing with Bray Wyatt, but he's such a good character. He's a brilliant character, and they just seem to be wasting him. It's such a shame.
It's as if they don't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
Because he's not one of these. I don't think he's world title material yet. At all. I don't think he's world title material at all. It's just, I don't, like I say, I think he's fantastic. And the guy has got personality. For a big guy, he's pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
that man can do some amazing things when you let him go.
He doesn't look the sort that could look legitimate when he's holding a belt. Title, sorry. I don't know. But Bray Wyatt beat Ryback anyway. Yeah. This was an interesting one, and I'll be honest, it was quite an interesting one. It was the I Quit match for the WWE United States Championship. After weeks and weeks of the... I'm not even going to give it its proper title. I was going to say it how it is. The John Cena Open squash matches.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a case of who can we chuck in the ring with Cena and make him look dead strong. It's good. I mean, I'm not going to backtrack on what I said in the last podcast. It's good that we've got a belt, a title on a wrestler who is willing to defend it week in, week out. But I don't know. It's literally just a case of now it is anyway. You're thinking he's just we'll just chuck whoever in there. Cena's going to beat him, and Cena will look strong. Hooray for John Cena! And don't get me wrong, I do admire John Cena. I mean, it's wrestling shite. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The 5 moves are doing. We haven't seen the Springboard Stunner for a while.
No, we haven't.
John, bring it back. We like that move. But I mean, I admire him. I mean, he's stuck with the same gimmick for 10 years now.
He has slightly changed.
Oh yeah,
he was a rapper at one point.
I think he's got a little bit edgier over the last, I'd say, year or two.
Yeah.
But people have always been crying out about, I think John Cena's gonna turn heel. Oh, he's gonna join the Nexus, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna turn heel and all that bullshit.
I didn't know JBL was on the keyboard karaoke.
That's the thing. Yeah. It's too late.
Yeah.
John Cena's never going to turn heel, let's be honest. I mean, the guy sells too many shirts. He's granted more Make-A-Wish wishes for disabled kids and what have you than anyone. And he strikes me as being I've heard he can be a bit of a knob as far as his missus goes, but he just seems like a nice fella.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy. So, yeah, well done.
Yes, well done.
I like you, John Cena. I may one day buy your T-shirt.
Or not.
Yeah. I might.
Well, you have.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no, I bought 4 of them now, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. None of them were for me.
And you're a closet John Cena fan.
I'm a closet member of the C Nation.
Yes.
You are not able to
see me.
You frigger.
Because I'm in the closet.
Yeah.
I'm in the closet too.
So it was John Cena versus Rusev, part, 3 is this now?
Possibly.
Part 3?
Part 3 too many.
Yeah. It was just the same old... I mean, whenever it's announced that it's an I Quit match featuring Cena, you think, yeah...
We know what's going to happen.
I mean, his whole gimmick is, he never gives up, and that's really good. It's a nice, positive message to give kids and what have you. But it gets to the point where it's like, you're getting your ring piece decimated by a giant Bulgarian sweat machine.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gonna give up? No.
Hell no!
Yeah.
Get the microphone out of my face.
Yeah. No. I was basically
50 Shades is back.
Yeah, that was basically it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. This is one of the match I wasn't looking forward to, but it turned out to be one of my favourites of the night because there was some really good spots. It was nice to see him take it to the. Yeah,
because we kept saying all the way through. Oh yeah, they're not. I kept saying, "Come on, let's see it leave the ring area." Then Cena put Rusev through the prop.
Oh yeah,
what do we call it?
Oh, the timekeeper. The
it's the timekeeper area, but what do we call it? The prop wall.
The false wall.
False wall.
Yeah, and what I like, we both laughed when it happened. It seems to be quite a popular spot now. Is where somebody will get speared or something through that wall.
Yeah.
And as Cena and Rusev clattered, I mean, there's got to be a combined weight there of...
And a combined weight.
What? Got to be a good, 40 odd stone.
Yeah.
30 odd 40 stone there coming through that wall. And the timekeeper just sort of really casually...
leant back.
Yeah, they're trying to sell how deadly... both combatants are knocked out and straight through the wall, and it's going to take its toll on both men. And the timekeeper just sort of really gingerly sort of leant back as to say, yeah.
I'm double hard.
Thug life, bitches. And then they fought through the crowd.
And they
Cena busted out the, what do they call it? The equipment trolley thing.
Yeah.
And as he went to it, Rusev hit him with a super kick.
Oh, imagine how smelly his foot was. He'd be proper smelly.
Athlete's feet.
Oh, God. Athlete's foot into face.
And I said what they should have done to make him quit, what Rusev should have done to make Cena quit, was
fart on him.
Was sort of put Cena in that box, get like a metal crate, lock the lid and beat the shit out of it with a pipe, because that noise would be deafening.
Oh, yeah.
Like some off Shooting Stars, like Vic and Bob would do. They put a man in... Do you remember that one?
He's put him in a filing cabinet.
No, they put that man in the bin and give him an onion.
Yeah.
And then they beat the thing, and then when he'd had enough of the noise, he had to throw the onion out. That's what they should have done.
My favourite on Shooting Stars, I'm sure... They would put them on top of the filing cabinet and they'd have the brushes.
Was it Mark Williams off the Fast Show? Or Get Me Out?
Yeah.
Is it Mark Williams?
Mr. Weasley?
Yeah. I think that's his name.
Those pizzas are coming back in a big way. Stop smelling.
It just smells a bit musty. But yeah, he was on top of the thing. No, I'm trying to sleep. And then there with the broom.
Yeah, with the brooms hitting him up the ass and that. I used to love that. But yeah... One thing I have to mention, and this upset me quite madly. Yeah, he knows what I'm going to say, because the minute it happened, I said, this is getting a mention on the podcast.
Yeah.
There was a moment where they went to like the, must have been like
the technical area.
Technical area, yeah, that's it. So you can see all like division mixers and that. And there was a Mac on the table. John Cena, don't give him 2 F's to the wind, just picks it up, throws it on the floor, battery comes flying out. I thought, Cena, that's a Mac. How dare you? And then later on, he hits Rusev with it.
Mac attack.
Yeah, exactly. And
watch out for the Mac attack!
How?
Told you to watch out.
But I just found it funny the fact that Cena proper sold the fact that he was using a Mac. He proper leant into the camera and pretended to type on it, even though we all knew, yeah, Cena, that Mac is fucked. And the fact that he hit Rusev with it.
And then he hit him with a telly.
No, but Macs are built to last. That thing would have hurt. And then he hit it, like you say, he hit him with the telly. Then I think he hit him with the normal laptop and it broke.
Well, what made me laugh was he hit him with the telly, and Rusev was obviously really selling it.
He looked like he was going to cry.
And you expected to be
and then John Cena to be standing feverishly on the other side going...
Like sort of twisting, like one foot up on his toe.
Yeah,
like... Sorry, mate. No.
Didn't mean it.
You're alright.
Yeah.
No. And then there was that cool spot where Rusev got the advantage back and hit something on the table, and fireworks went off.
His little face.
His little face lit up.
See if you can get a picture of his little face.
He was like,
it was hilarious. He was so happy with himself.
It was basically the look of a horny teenager when he discovers the knicker bit in his mum's Littlewoods catalogue. Like, that's what it's for.
Or a horny teenager discovering you can watch porn for free on the internet.
Yes. And then he went...
And that firework is, well, you can make your own mind up.
He went to throw Cena on the thingy, and he went to like give him the athlete's foot to the face again, and then Cena what's it called? AA'd him onto the thing, and the fireworks went off, and it was
Alana shit herself.
Yeah,
and she scurried away up,
running fast, and how she runs in them shoes, I'll never believe.
How she runs in that skirt, I'll never.
Yeah,
know.
it's
quite a tight skirt.
Yeah,
ladies out there. Some of you may have pencil necks or pencil skirt or whatever.
Pitiful pencil neck geeks like Mr. Burns.
Exactly.
Wow, now I want a picture of a pitiful pencil neck geek.
Ooh, this place has got old man stink. I don't worry, sir, you have an enchanting musk. The shrieking sheep.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But,
Do you mind if I keep this portrait?
Do you remind me a bit? Oh, he won't be there anymore.
No, Harry Shearer. If you haven't seen the news,
Harry Shearer has left the building.
Yeah, was it a case of they didn't renew his contract? Or he
he
wanted to do other things, didn't he? And they wouldn't let him.
Well, that and along with they offered him much lower than what the main cast were getting. Even though Harry Shearer has been a main cast member and he's the voice of too many characters in that show.
Mr. Burns, Ned Flanders.
Just many.
Wasn't he the voice of Thingy as
Reverend
well?
Lovejoy.
Skinner.
Probably.
Not Super Nintendo Challenge.
No. But, what were we talking about again? Oh, yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, ladies, if any of you have pencil skirts, please tell us how you walk in them.
Or how you run in them.
Or how you run in them, yes. Because I would like to know, because I can only imagine, because obviously when you're wearing trousers, your legs can...
When you're wearing breeches.
When you're wearing your breeches, I'll save your breeches. When you're not shitting your breeches while you're walking, you can move your legs quite freely. Whereas when you're in that little skirt, you can only move so much, so you kind of like scurry along.
You have to shuffle like you just shit your pants. You don't want it to spread.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of shuffle along. You have to truffle shuffle all the way along. So yeah, if you could put in the comments how you walk in a pencil skirt, it'd be great. But yeah, it was a fun match. There was a lot of good spots. There was an old school barrier came out.
Powerbomb. No, it was a suplex onto it, wasn't it?
Suplex, yeah.
Yeah. I like the...
We didn't mention the table.
When
Rusev was about to put Cena through the table and Cena bottled
an Alabama slam, and you could see...
Cena bottled it.
Yeah, he was like, you put me through this and it's going to hurt.
Yeah, I don't take bumps. Only planned bumps.
On me hip.
Yet Rusev had a telly to the back.
Yeah, and then he nearly...
Come on, Cena, we have to play fair.
You're not going to play nice, and you shouldn't play at all.
I mean, I know you got rammed a couple of times into the steps and dented them. Yes, I said rammed into steps. I know you got pushed into some steps and dented them slightly, but I think a telly across the back is a bit worse than those steps. But... I agree. I think the match was very good. Of course, John Cena won.
Better than expected.
Yeah, of course, John Cena won.
Yeah, it was the spot at the end was cool. The fact that Rusev professionally unbuckled the top rope.
Yeah.
And as he went to choke Cena with it, Cena put him in the STF with the rope across his face. But controversially, Rusev didn't actually say the words "I quit."
No, he didn't.
He was shouting something in Bulgarian. And then Lana jumped in the ring and said that he was saying he quit.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that pans out.
Oh, no, that'll be it. That'll be it now. There won't be the referee's had to think about it and he's reversed his decision. There won't be that.
Oh, no, but I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with the story arc.
No, I don't think anything will happen now. I think that's it. I think the most story arc you'll get from this now is the whole... Rusev Lana thing, which was already starting in the pay-per-view. So he said, get out!
Come on!
No, we're not talking about Randy Orton yet.
Yeah.
So, what was your thoughts on the match?
I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. It was a pleasant surprise. Next match was Naomi and Tamina versus the Bella Twins. Naomi and Tamina won. Next was Neville versus...
No, we have to give him a little bit.
We will. Hashtag give Jeeves a chance.
The shoes were working.
Only slightly.
But they were working.
Yeah, Naomi ex Funkadactyl with the biggest ass you've ever seen.
She got that real booty.
Booty. She's got these like light up train. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, you obviously watch wrestling. But her light up shoes. The first time she wore them, it was Extreme Rules, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And they didn't really work. And then she wore them on Raw the night after, and they were awesome because every time she stepped, they'd sort of change colour. Now they just sort of work when they can be asked.
Yeah, they're real shit workers.
Tamina Snuka, I don't know, she sort of
appeared.
Yeah, she went away for a long time. I think they only really busted her out during. Well, she was AJ's bodyguard for a little while. Yeah. And then she went away. Oh, she, according to Wikipedia, she was out for 11 months. She underwent surgery following a torn cruciate ligament, I think it is, or something like that. Ah. Yeah, she was hurt.
So now she's just kind of reappeared now, and she's back in the saddle.
And she's dead hard again.
Yeah, but the match was...
shit.
Mediocre at best.
I think, to be honest, it was poor even for... I don't want to rag on the Divas because there's some really good...
some real good talent
there's really good talent out there, and you look to NXT and see some of the talent there.
Oh, you're such a mark.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a thing for Becky Lynch. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're gonna buy a new T-shirt because you're a proper mark.
What, Lass Kicker?
Yeah. So you can look like a bloody woman beater.
Woman beating Scotsman.
Yeah.
With Made in Ireland on the back, which I thought is quite clever because it's like Maiden as in a female
like
maiden.
An Iron Maiden.
Yeah, and then obviously Ireland because that's where she was made.
Yes.
Ireland.
Yes.
Yes. There's more to Ireland than that. But yeah, I thought this was a poor match, even because usually as far as the Bella Twins are concerned, the matches usually cack anyway. But even for their standards, they was just. I mean,
well, you got your mark out moment.
At one point, Brie Bella actually got dropped on her head.
Yeah, that was
proper got dropped, and it was like.
Again another botch.
Yeah, but she did manage to go into. Yeah, she got
and yes, he did cheer. What is it with you and the Brie mode? Why do you enjoy it so?
I don't know. I just think it's one of those things. It's so ridiculous for the fact that it was. If any of you have seen Total Divas, and I don't watch it out of choice, trust me.
He does. He's a mark for the Bellas.
Bella Mark.
Yeah.
Mark Bella. Yeah, Brie mode.
I bet if Becky Lynch were on Total Divas, you'd be like, yeah, you gonna watch Total Divas? No. Oh, well, I am.
The Lynch is on it.
Because the Lynch, not the David of Lynch.
Or what was his name? Shane from Boys Home. He was Shane Lynch. Yeah.
He was Irish as well.
Yes.
Oh.
No, it's not a real name. And he's not her husband.
Ah.
Yes. As I slammed down my Vimto in disgust.
Vimto? Yeah. It's just enough.
We sound like the Stone Cold podcast now. We're just going to advertise things.
Yeah, when the voice just sort of changes. It's like, we'll go back to the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. True car users.
Yeah. But yeah, the Brie mode thing is... It was always a bit of a backroom joke with the Divas where they'd all go out on the piss and Brie Bella would get into and we've all done it, you get to the point of no return where you're just pissed and
you feel invincible.
Yeah, and you're just acting like a total knobhead. And apparently it became known as Brie mode because she was the one that always ended up in that state. She was always that guy who was pissed and dancing on the tables.
She was that mate.
Yeah, and she was wild, But then
party girl.
Yeah, But then with the success of the TV show and they're on about Brie mode, they seem to bring it through as some sort of a gimmick. So now it's like
it's a hulking up thing.
Yeah, they're basically pushing it on kids. You know, it's all come on kids, let's get into Brie mode.
Let's fill them full of alcohol and send them on their way.
Exactly.
Mark.
No. But yeah, anyway, Naomi and Tamina beat the Bell twins clean, and it was a average match.
Yeah, no, the ending was shit. I'm gonna go out on this one and say the ending on this one was also shit because the ending was.
Oh, she got pushed off the top rope.
She got pushed off the top rope.
Either Bella A or Bella B got pushed off the top rope.
It was Big Boob Bella. Nikki Bella. I like how we said that at the same time. Yeah, she just got pulled off the top rope and it was just 1, 2, 3.
She got pulled off and lost.
Yes. I mean, how long was that match? 6 minutes 13.
That was one. Well, no, it was longer than the Ascension versus the Mega Powers.
Yeah.
It was just shorter than
R-Truth and Stardust.
Yeah. It wasn't far off. Neville versus King Barrett.
But I've got a thing to say about that when we get to that.
Which is a segue.
Yeah,
now our next match. I could say the Bella Twins lost to Naomi and Tamina. Watch on that one because that's going nowhere. Neville versus King Barrett.
Squatting Neville.
A rematch that just seems to happen on a weekly basis now.
It's Squatting Neville.
Squatting Neville versus Shotgun Bastard and Barrett.
Ah, exactly.
There's his stable.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Squatting Neville.
You know, Luke
done a big shit in the toilet.
Luke Shotgun, Kev Bastard, and King Barrett.
Yeah.
They could call it, you're gonna have to deal with us. We're the Hammersmith Hardmen. You bastards.
Stand back, birds. It's the Hammersmith Hardmen.
They'd be him, Neville. Neville would be little Dave Edgehog. Who else would we have? Bray Wyatt could be Spudgun.
No, they all have to be British.
No.
Bray... No, I was going to say Sheamus.
No,
Sheamus.
Bray Wyatt would be Spudgun. No, it'd be him and Jamie Noble. That's Spudgun and Dave Hedgehog.
Yes.
Think he'd be Dean Ambrose would have to be Rick Mail.
Yeah.
It'd have to be Richie.
Oh God, here we go. And I'm going to say, who's the baldiest man in there at the moment?
I was going to say Joey Mercury. He could be Eddie.
It's a good call. I was going to say more Cesaro.
Yes.
Because he's baldy.
There they are, the Hammersmith
Hardmen.
But there's no Barrett in there then, is there?
Yeah, that's good. He could be Dickhead.
Yeah. No, he'd be Skull
Crusher Henderson.
It's Skull Crushing time, you knobs. Come here.
I'm bloody Skull Crusher.
Yeah.
That's it, my throat doing this.
You can't do that. It's forged. I'm the one that forged it. That's not the Queen. It's Nikki Bella.
I'm in a shit.
Yeah. Well, it's a Queen. Will that not do? Afraid not, boys. It's Bullhammer time. Boom.
So what do you think of this match between Squatting Neville and the Bloody King?
I like Wade Barrett because he's awesome, and I would love one day for him to come on the show. It's never going to happen, but you know.
Come on, King Barrett. If you're listening out there, and you should be, come and have a chat with us. Yeah, we'll be nice.
When the WWE,
we'll have a lovely time.
When the WWE comes back to the UK in November, let's
find him.
Yeah, come have a chat with us.
We'll go on the hunt for Barrett.
Yes, and I like Squatting Neville. Because it's nice. It's nice to see a plethora of UK talent coming through.
Yes.
I mean, he's as tall as he is wide. He is basically SpongeBob SquarePants. The man is practically frigging square.
That makes King Barrett Squidward.
Morons.
Am I a pretty girl?
Yes, you're beautiful. Yeah, you're bloody lovely. I'm ready. Promotion.
Mr. Krabs, can I go home now?
Yeah.
Does that mean Vince McMahon is Mr. Krabs?
I like money, damn it. You're fired. Mr. Squidward, you're fired.
Oh,
Go back to room and make Krabby Patty.
Come on, Gary.
Yeah. Now.
Who'd be Gary?
Dean
Ambrose.
He's like the Johnny Depp of the WWE. You can give
Dean
him any role
Ambrose.
to play.
Yes. So go on, let's
But
talk.
Dean Ambrose doesn't smuggle dogs into Australia.
No, he doesn't. No.
Knob.
Let's talk about the match.
Yeah. It was another showcase of Neville jumping around like a tart.
Although he did bugger his knee up.
Yeah, there was that. There's not really much to say about it.
It was just a flippy flips and then a count out. A count out.
You don't see them very often.
Count out.
You don't see. Damn it, D'Lo.
Fuck you, Britain.
Yeah, you don't see that very often anymore. A count out. But like Barrett was, balls to you. I've had enough.
I've had enough. I'm going home.
But I like I love the fact that Barrett is quintessentially British.
Yeah.
For the fact he's like, come on, get up, you bloody peasants.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who do you think he is, Randy Orton?
He's just brilliant. It was I don't know where they're going with this rivalry. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, the next pay-per-view we've got coming up is Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
And
I'm really looking forward to this. I've never seen an Elimination Chamber before.
In a way, I'm kind of a bit sad that Neville isn't in the chamber.
Yeah.
Because I think in that type of, like we've said before, in that type of environment, anyone like that usually
shines.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at the lineup for the Intercontinental Championship, which is going to be decided in the chamber, the exciting thing about it is we, by the end of the night, we will have a new Intercontinental Champion. It's either going to be Sheamus, Ryback, Fountain of Youth R-Truth, King Barrett, Rusev, or Ziggler, please.
Ziggler, please.
Yeah. So we're gonna have it, and we'll get to that in the next in the next show. But yeah, it was yet another run of the mill Neville Barrett encounter. You kind of worried that they're gonna balls up Wade Barrett again.
The main thing I'm worried about is because we discussed it while we were watching, and we were saying I asked Gaz how well do you think Neville's going over at the moment, and he's very lukewarm.
He's sort of he's Mojo again.
Yeah, he's going down okay, but I think the problem is that they're relying on his flips, because when he was in NXT, people loved him. People loved the work he was doing, whereas here people seem to be getting a bit bored of what he does. Like when he does his when he first came in, when he was doing his big moves off the top rope and doing his flips over the top rope and that.
What
people
sold him for me when he first came in was he did a move where he climbed up and ran the barricade and jumped. It was like, I've never seen that before. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were saying before, they've tagged on, he's like the man that gravity forgot.
The new sensation.
The new sensation. And it's just like...
They're proper hammering in it. They've given him a gimmick. They didn't need to.
No.
They could have literally just brought him up and just said, "Here you go." Is what's his first name again? Here's Adrian Neville from NXT.
Yeah.
That's all they
did it
could
with everyone else. You know,
Yeah.
they brought through from NXT. They've done it with the with Rollins and Reigns and Ambrose and the Lucha Dragons and basically everyone they've ever brought through from NXT. So you're thinking, well, you don't need to screw around with the gimmicks.
No,
but yeah, it was Neville got the win by count out.
In the after match thing annoyed me. The whole Wade Barrett thing was fine because he was just basically cementing his heelship. But then they had to make it so Neville could do his little flip. And it annoyed me because it was
I don't know why I'm nodding, you can't see me nod.
No, but it annoyed me because of the fact that they didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
But it was like someone in the back was saying, you're going to have to, like maybe when they were discussing the match, they said, oh yeah, we'll do it by count out because we haven't done a count out for a while. And plus it'll cement King Barrett's heelness kind of thing.
And it doesn't make Barrett look weak for losing, and it makes Neville look strong because he didn't lose.
Exactly. But then someone probably in the back said, well, we're not going to be able to see the
Red Arrow.
The Red Arrow. It's like, well, he doesn't need... Well, yeah, he does. He needs to do it because that's what people like. Kids love that shit.
Do you reckon if Neville was from Wrexham, it would be called the
called the Wrexham Lager.
The Regal Taxi, or the EasyJet?
or the kebab and pizza.
Or the Arriva trains.
The
Arriva trains Wales.
The Arriva number 1.
Yes.
Yes.
The GHA 41. Anyway, yeah, Neville won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this brings us to our main event of the evening, which was the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. If Rollins lost, then Kane would have been fired as Director of Operations. It was Seth Rollins, the defending champion, with J&J Security in his corner, who I absolutely love.
Yes.
Against Roman Reigns, against Randy Orton, against newcomer to the match, the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. What's your thoughts?
It was an interesting match to watch. I'd say this was my second favourite match of the night, which I thought I wouldn't say with Seth Rollins being involved. But
we like Seth though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We love Seth. Seth, if you're listening as well, come on as well, because we'd love to have a chat with you about punk music and all that stuff, because we know you like it.
Yeah.
You hit the lights and everything like that. But it was my second favourite match of the night because it was exciting. It was everything you wanted it to be. It gave everyone a chance to shine, and we nearly got a Shield reunion, which we discussed.
I did mark out a little bit at that.
Yeah, because the whole audience did.
Yeah.
The place went mental.
I liked the way they dealt with it.
Yeah.
It was like, get him up, and they hit him with the power bomb, and then it was like they all stood together, they were congratulating you, thinking this is gonna happen. Rollins is gonna face turn, and they're basically gonna take over the world. And he threw his fist in like they used to do with the Shield, and then they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just beat the crap out of him, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah. But no, it was nice. Like I said, it was nice to see. Actually, the only person I think who didn't really seem that strong was Orton. He was pretty much chucked to the side.
Well, you get the impression, and it's a horrible thing to say because Orton, obviously, third generation, 12 or 13 time world champion or whatever he is.
He's over the hill now.
Yeah, you get the impression they're chucking him in these matches because A, if there's more than him against somebody else, he doesn't have to work as hard, and B, you can't help but feel they're dropping him in because they've got nothing else for him to do.
Yeah.
He's just, he's Randy Orton. Well, we've got to do something with him because he's Randy Orton.
And he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah. And now he's a face.
Yeah. Come on.
With his vintage Orton, he does the Ronnie Garvin stomp.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it was, like I said, everyone besides Randy Orton got their chance to shine. They got a moment to say, yeah, I'm strong. Look how strong I am. I mean, Christ, even Roman Reigns got a couple of moments where it was like, yeah, look at Roman Reigns go. He's actually looking
the power of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, the power of Roman Reigns. And as I said, Dean Ambrose, he even got chances to shine in this match, which is really nice because, good God, that guy is over.
We said that when they were making the entrances. Orton come out first. And then
he's getting such lukewarm reception.
Yeah.
The minute an RKO is in the air, the whole audience goes, "Oh, RKO!" But it's like, yeah, all right, we know there were memes about it, but it's not that epic at times.
WWE missed the boat on that one, I think.
Yeah,
they could have capitalised on that. They could have had T-shirts and everything, and RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but yeah, when Ambrose made his hit, people were just lost their minds, and they were dead happy to see him.
Yeah,
and then Reigns come out, and it was like, and then Seth Rollins come out, and he got a really good response. But no, Ambrose is just super over.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's just so weird, and I mean, he's not.
Again, Dean Ambrose, if you're listening, come on as well. We can talk to you about ghosts and the supernatural because he believes in Bigfoot.
I actually have Bigfoot in my car.
Yeah,
I've got an air freshener of Bigger the Foot. If I remember, in the morning when I go to work, I'll take a photograph of said air freshener and post it up on the Mega Podcast. Well, actually, if you're listening to this and you're still listening, at how long are we in now? We must be nearly an hour in now.
Yeah, so
Easy.
we'll probably be around about the hour mark, I would have thought. Let's find out. Oh, close to an hour.
Yeah, 57 minutes. If you're still listening, that's a hell of an achievement.
Yes, well done.
And you've probably already seen the picture of the Bigfoot air freshener.
Let us know what you think.
So you, at the time, you'd have been thinking, what the hell? But now it'll make sense.
It's come full circle.
Yeah, or I might even wait until the podcast has come out and then I'll take a photo. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Makes more sense.
Yes. So now you know why it's there.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. But yeah, this was quite an exciting match. There was a lot of interesting spots. The only thing I thought that ruined it was the fact that Kane's kept sticking his nose in.
Yeah.
I mean, alright, the bloke was fighting for his job, but come on, wind your neck in, son.
Yeah. It's like he's saying, look, I can still be a main eventer. Look at me. Yeah, you got no chance, mate.
No, you're Triple H's bitch now, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Triple H. So what do you think of sort of the close of the match with all the tables getting put in and everything like that?
That was a cool spot, and I like the fact that, they've banned the curb stomp.
So he's got a shitty virtual DDT.
Well, no, it wasn't even that, because he
used a pedigree tonight.
He won the match with a pedigree, which I thought was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then they were like, oh, he's taking it from his mentor and idol, Triple H.
Triple H.
It's like, no, he didn't. He just, because he can't use his move.
He's had to take other people's
and
moves.
The shit DVD. The shit DDT that every man and his dog now does.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's not going to cut it. And, I need a good move. And he hit him with a pedigree.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got the job done. It's 23 minutes and 52 seconds.
Didn't feel that long.
No, it didn't. It felt, alright, it was nearly enough 5 minutes shorter than the Cena-Rusev match. But the Cena-Rusev match felt like it went, not in a bad way, but it just seemed like it went on for a long, long time.
Well, Sammy said it best. Hope they finish this soon, because I'm getting sick and tired of them saying, no!
Yeah.
But I'm glad Seth Rollins is still the champion, because he deserves it, because he's worked so hard. And there was so many times I was panicking, thinking, God, he's going to lose it here.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to Reigns at this, aren't they? But no, I'm still worrying that they're holding out until SummerSlam for him to lose it.
For that supposed triple threat match.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, I do worry sometimes that they're just going to drop it off him.
I'm hoping that the one thing I would change about Rollins is they need to bring his belt thing back. We were talking about this.
Yeah, when he swings it around his head.
Yeah, like he did at ROH, he did at NXT when he swings the belt around, and he did it at WrestleMania when he won as well.
Yeah,
that was a nice touch. But as a whole, I thought this pay-per-view was average. I'm a subscriber to the network. It cost me $9.99 a month.
$9.99.
And I'm glad that I subscribed to the network for $9.99 a month.
$9.99.
Because if I'd have paid 20 quid for this on the box office, I'd have been pissed off. Because it was like I say, it was average, but it wasn't a shit pay-per-view by any stretch.
It was a bit better than an episode of Raw.
Yeah, it was basically a jazzed up episode of Raw.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you can tell that by the entrance way. Because I said this as well when we were watching it. When you would watch a pay-per-view, you'd be sitting there thinking, I wonder what the staging's going to be like. You remember like the Armageddon one and the Royal Rumble one where it was like an alleyway, and all the other great ones that you remember from back in the day. But yeah, nowadays it's just like, the main four get a nice big elaborate. I don't think Royal Rumble even got one, did it?
No, it didn't. No.
The only one I seem to remember
WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Well, they always go all out for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, of course they do.
But yeah, moving on swiftly on to our next event, which is the first ever network exclusive event. It's actually they're calling it a pay-per-view, but the event will not be broadcast by a pay-per-view outlet, but will instead be shown exclusively on the WWE Network. It is the return of the Elimination Chamber.
I'm really looking forward to this.
It is a hell of a match, which takes place on May the 31st from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas.
I think this is really interesting because this is basically the WWE testing the waters on
can we cut ties with the pay-per-view outlets?
Yeah, and can we just have our pay-per-views on the WWE network? I think because they did it with the King of the Ring, they just had that on the network. They're obviously doing it with this. I think they'll keep pickling in little pay-per-views, and then eventually they'll say, right, let's take one of the pay-per-views and let's just put it on the network.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. I know it'd be a massive gamble for them, but they're known for taking gambles. Wouldn't surprise me that the first pay-per-view, or big pay-per-view that they do just on the network is WrestleMania.
No, I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me because obviously the very first WrestleMania 1, was a massive gamble and they succeeded. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do the same thing with maybe next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, possibly.
Because at the end of the day, it's one of the big events that draws people who aren't usually wrestling fans, because the people who don't watch pay-per-view after pay-per-view and Raw after Raw after Raw will all say, I'm going to watch WrestleMania though.
Yeah, they'll either just watch WrestleMania or just watch the Rumble.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't surprise me if one of those two, I'm leaning towards Mania, gets just put on the network next year, and that'll be the proper test to see how it goes.
Well, so far the match is announced for the upcoming event, because we said we're not going to cover it per se like we do with all the other events.
We're just probably more like a bonus show.
We're just going to discuss it. But so far the matches, we've got the first ever tag team elimination chamber match for the WWE Tag Team Championship, as was discussed earlier on in the podcast at Payback. The New Day defeated Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to retain the belt in the 2 out of 3 falls. Later in the event, while the New Day was celebrating with their champagne flutes full of ice-cold milk, they'd be defending the titles in the first ever tag team elimination chamber match at the event. And on Raw, the night after Payback, it was announced that Los Matadors, the Ascension, the Lucha Dragons, the Masters of the WWE Universe, and the Primetime Players were added to the match. So that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, once again, we have discussed, Daniel Bryan vacated the Intercontinental Championship due to injury and health reasons. So the belt is vacant, and they've put it together. Sheamus, Ryback, R-Truth, King Barrett, Rusev, and Dolph Ziggler in the Elimination Chamber. And like I said before, it's exciting because you know that one of those guys is going to walk out with a belt. And I think it's going to be Sheamus. I really, really think it's going to be Sheamus.
Good.
Looking at that list there, I don't think they're going to put it back on Barrett, because Barrett's King Barrett at the moment.
I'm leaning towards Ziggler.
It's either going to be one of them. It's either going to be the Ginger Ninja or Zigger Please.
Zigger Please.
And the next match, which seemed to make a lot of
headlines.
Yeah, and all the wrestling marks and the Ring of Honor ties. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't watch Ring of Honor. I'm probably going to get crucified by the rest of the internet wrestling community, because if you only watch WWE, you're not a real wrestling fan. I'm not a big follower of the indie scene, I'll be honest with you. I find it bland and I find it dingy and miserable. I do prefer the product that the WWE chucks out, because I know it's a PG product and I know it's for children, but it's just exciting and fun. And that's what got me into wrestling as a 7-year-old kid, was the excitement and the fun of it. I didn't give me, it wasn't until I was older that I appreciated the talent of guys like Bret Hart and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It was just, I like the Ultimate Warrior because he's bright and loud and crazy.
And the WWE tell me to like him.
Yeah, I like Hulk Hogan because he's the real
WWE
American and he's a good guy. I like Jake the Snake Roberts because he's got a big snake in his sack. And that's basically, and I like the Legion of Doom and I like the Bushwhackers because they're fun.
Yeah.
They're absolute shite.
But they're fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, the darling of the indie scene, Kevin Owens, popped up on Raw and, to quote my good buddy, friend of the show, David Gillum, tore John Cena a new one. And put in a nice little "you can't see me" over the body of a knocked out John Cena. So the NXT champion, but will he be champion? as he's fighting best friend Sami Zayn at, is it called Takeover?
NXT Takeover.
NXT Takeover, which is NXT Takeover Unstoppable.
Yeah,
which is actually
it's happening as the time of us recording this.
We're recording this on Wednesday, the 20th of May.
Yeah, so
it's happening tonight.
It's happening tonight.
So if you're gonna watch it, you've probably already seen it, and it's probably a really, really good event. So you could potentially see a Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan style match where it's
title
versus title at the event, and the main event of the evening, which I saw this and thought, I hope it's going to be better than the Hell in a Cell match they had. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.
Yes. Apparently, on the latest episode of Raw, Dean Ambrose challenged Seth Rollins to a title match at the event, but Rollins refused. Then Ambrose attacked Rollins until the Authority granted Ambrose a title match against Rollins at the event.
Like I say, if you watch the Hell in a Cell match that they had, they built up this little bit of a rivalry. They had the match, and that was it. That was where it ended.
I think this is going to be one of those again. I think it's just another way. I think they're kind of testing the waters with Dean Ambrose a little bit. I think they're just trying to see, is he main event material? Well, let's find out. Let's put him on these ones. Oh, look, he seems to be drawing a bit of a crowd. We better do something with him.
I think as it stands at the moment, he's definitely solid mid-card. He's not main event material yet, but give him time.
Yeah.
Give him time, and I think...
if they nurture him the right way.
Yeah, even just let him go and sort of let the fans get behind him and push him that way like they did, like we've said all along, like they did with Daniel Bryan. Let it happen naturally, and the payoff is so much better.
Yes, it is.
So that should be an interesting one. And that pretty much brings us to the end of this time's podcast. Have you got a recommendation for the boys and girls at home on the network?
We usually don't do it on the review shows, but thanks for chucking me on the spot here. I'm going to say, and I watched it today, and it was really good. It was an episode of WWE Countdown, and it was the top 10 most infamous Intercontinental Champions. It was really, really interesting. Certain names came up, like, of course, Kurt Hennig, a.k.a. Mr. Perfect, the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Exactly. Chris Jericho, Randy Orton.
Stone Cold's got to be in there somewhere.
I won't say anything. Pat Patterson came up. Payday Patterson. Yeah, it was a really good lineup. Cody Rhodes came up as well. He
was the man that brought back the classic design.
Rumour has it, and this could have been a joke, but because it was Zack Ryder who said this. But rumour has it that Cody Rhodes paid for that to happen out of his own money.
Wow.
But that's what Zack Ryder said.
Well,
I love you, Zack Ryder.
Come on the show.
Yeah, you come on as well.
Yeah, I'll have a nice time. I'll put the kettle on. I'll get some biscuits in.
Yeah.
We'll have a nice time.
Yeah, exactly. But I love you, Zack Ryder. But I really hope that was true because that's a really good story.
That's a cool story.
That is a cool story. But yeah, check that out. It's on. I said it's on WWE Countdown. It's the top 10 most infamous Intercontinental Champions. It's about an hour long, but it's really, really interesting. They talk about each champion and sort of go through a few little quick highlights of theirs. So yeah, it's a really good watch. Check it out. I wouldn't surprise me if next month is free on the network as well. So yeah, there's your chance to check it out. But yeah, thanks for chucking that on the spot for me.
You're welcome.
And we might do a Elimination Chamber, like a bonus episode. It'll only be like a very quick episode, maybe about half an hour, if that. Just kind of saying, this is quickly what we thought of each match, because as this is kind of like a middleman pay-per-view, there's no point in really talking about it too much. But and then obviously after that is Money in the Bank, which is on June 14th. So obviously after the Elimination Chamber bonus episode, we'll be starting to talk about Money in the Bank.
Well, and apparently Roman Reigns has announced himself as the first participant in the match. Yeah.
But Kane interrupted the superstar and denied him the opportunity.
And the best of it is like I said before, we're recording this on the 20th of May.
Yeah.
On Wikipedia, it said that on the 21st of May.
Hey!
So obviously Doc Brown's had something to do with it.
No. They record SmackDown on Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, don't they?
Yeah, they record on a Tuesday, so people who are at the tapings
would have already thingy.
Will leak everything.
Yeah. But yeah, this brings us to the end of our Payback review. Thank you very, very much for sticking with us until the bitter end.
And again, apologies for being a little bit negative on this one. We do try and keep it as lighthearted and as fun as possible, but this one was a very average pay-per-view, and there really wasn't much to go with on this one.
You can only polish turds so much.
You can only shit so many britches.
Exactly. So yeah, if you liked what we said today and you like the show, leave a comment, subscribe,
share with your friends.
Share it with your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your nan. Your nan might like it. I don't know. But yeah, I have been the Ayatollah of Sausage Roller Gaz, and he has been the Apex Pensioner.
I've done and shit my britches. I've saved the britches.
Thank you very much for listening. All the best. Have a nice day, and we'll see you later.
Bang bang.